Hey, Tanner.
Hey, Ben.
Have you ever seen... Have you ever seen holes?
Let's reel it in.
Reel it in. All right.
So we're watching Holes, huh?
We already did.
You're right. We already watched Holes.
We already watched it.
Holy cow.
Holesy cow.
Well, hey, man. Welcome back.
Welcome back. You too.
It's a great episode so far. Hey, shake
hand.
on it. Yep.
Good. Oh, I'm really sweaty hands.
Oh, gosh, man. You freaking trench your hands in
I
a
think that's the
pond?
condensation from the pop.
From the pot. Hey, yeah.
Well,
Today's bubbly. Today's, or some call it bubbly or bubbly.
Bubbly.
I have watermelon today. What kind do you got?
I have blackberry bubbly.
All right. Love that. Love that for you. Take a sip. This is Tanner and Ben ASMR. We are here for it. Okay, wait. So, okay.
Is the audio going? Let me double check real quick. I think it is. Yeah, we're good. Just double checking. Triple checking.
Should we cut that out?
No.
I guess we're not cutting this out.
No.
Okay.
I'll make it sound good. All right, so we watched Holes.
So, Holes.
Tell
We
me
talked
about
about Shia LaBeouf's Holes last time.
we teased Shia LaBeouf's Holes last episode.
Yes.
And then we watched it. You watched it twice.
I did. I just needed to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, and I watched it at 3 in the morning last night. So this summary is really strong in the beginning. And the whole class, it's first of all, it's 2 pages. Second of all, the last fourth is I think it's letting me guessing of what happened in the movie.
Okay.
It's like, and then it rains. All right, so yeah. Are you
So,
ready?
Holes. So,
okay. Whoa. So
tell me about this movie real quick before it came out, or before we talk about it.
What am I gonna say?
2003 is when the movie came out.
2000. I'm the guy with the laptop. The movie came out in 2003.
Right.
So I was 2. And you were at 4. You're 6, Tanner.
I was.
You're 6. So I definitely didn't
Holy
watch this
cow.
movie. I didn't watch the movie when it came out.
Right. I did. Hold on. Did I? No, I did. This is one of my favorite movies. This isn't probably my top 20 favorite movies, and I can't remember when I first saw it.
I saw it. I was probably 6 when I saw it. I was
Okay.
probably the age that you were when it came out.
Okay.
So
I was probably your age when it came out. When it came out, I was your age when I watched it.
yes,
I was 2 years old when I saw Holes for the first time.
You're not making sense.
All right, tell me about the movie.
All right, I'll tell you about the movie. I'm gonna give you a summary.
Okay.
We're just gonna jump right into it.
Why not? Let's do it.
Dive into it. The movie starts with a group of kids digging holes in a desert. It's not even the funny part. If you're laughing at that, man, well, you're in for a treat.
You really could just say roll credits and that's it.
Roll credits. That's what else?
There's
what
not-
is, I
nothing else
wrote
to
2
say?
pages. Do I just say that? Is that all we talk about? No. Okay.
All right, guys, next week.
This is a decent sized summary, so I'm gonna plow through it.
Okay.
So a kid sticks his foot in front of a rattlesnake and gets bit,
Okay.
and then it cuts away, and we never hear about that again.
Well, his name was Barfbag, wasn't it?
It was Barf. Was that the kid? I watched the movie at 3 a.m.
I watched it twice, so it was Barfbag.
That makes sense. Okay, I'm like, they never brought this kid back. But
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, we cut to a young Shia LaBeouf, Stanley
Yelnats.
Stanley,
Fourth.
who always finds himself in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Correct.
And so one day on a leisurely stroll, man,
Yeah, take it over there. Yeah, I'll help you.
my mouth gets really dry.
I agree.
You agree that my mouth gets dry?
Yeah.
Okay. On a leisurely stroll, he gets hit by what we find out is a pair of famous athlete Clyde Livingston's shoes, and he
I'm familiar with him.
is he a real athlete?
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know if he's a real person or not.
Okay.
Okay. So we meet Shia's family.
Tell us in the comments.
Sound off in the comments. Sound off in the comments.
Tell us in the comments if he's real.
Is Clyde Livingston real? We have Google in front of us, but I refuse to.
For sure.
For sure. We meet Shia LaBeouf's family in the most anxiety-inducing apartment I have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally about to get evicted because of how bad it smells.
You really did write this at 3 a.m.
I did.
You're putting detail. Okay.
At dinner time, we learn more about Shia's family. I'm just going to keep reading
going.
through
Keep
this.
going. Yeah.
We learn more about Shia's family curse thanks to his no good, dirty, rotten, pig stealing great-great-grandfather. He's accused of stealing the shoes, Shia, and is sent to Camp Green Lake for 18 months. We get to the camp pretty quickly.
Yep.
Like it's in the first maybe
5 minutes.
Yeah, like 10 minutes maybe. There we meet Mr. Sir and his greasy mustache. He breaks Shia LaBeouf into camp by pretty much telling him that he's trapped in the desert's armpit digging holes for 18 months. Lizards and rattlesnakes are present and dangerous.
Yeah. And the yellow spotted lizard, too.
Yeah, lizards.
Yeah.
Lizards and rattlesnakes. And the yellow spotted lizards and the rattlesnakes are present and dangerous.
The rattlesnakes and the yellow spotted lizard?
Speaking of armpit, he meets
Okay.
he meets the other lovely, well-hygiened kids from camp who all have nicknames for each other.
Right.
There's X-Ray, Squid, Armpit, Magnet, Zigzag, Zero, and there's urine stains on Shia LaBeouf's mattress. Freaking disgusting.
Right.
They all look like Cabbage Patch Kids. I'm not gonna lie. They all look like Cabbage Patch Kids. Zero's the only one I remembered watching the movie again.
100%.
Like I remember the kid with the glasses.
X-ray?
X-ray.
Yep.
Because of the glasses, they're so big. That's why it's called X-ray.
I wear glasses, or do you mean you're calling me X-ray too?
Listen, you can't take on the persona of one character from every movie. Shark and Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark and Boy and Lava Girl?
Shark Boy and Lava
Shark and Boy.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl, you were the bully.
Right.
Now you're X-ray. Yellow spotted lizard.
And rattlesnakes.
Shia has
Tell me more.
Shia has a flashback.
It's not Shia. His name's Stanley.
I know, but I want to call him Shia so bad.
His name of the movie is Shia LaBeouf.
Stanley, it's like George Lopez from the first one.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
only call him
right.
George
We don't call
Lopez.
him what his real name is.
So Stanley has a flashback in a dream about how his great-grandfather was robbed by the infamous lip-slinging outlaw Kissin' Kate Barlow, but he's woken up to dig holes. That's the name of the movie, Tanner. It's called Holes.
That's right.
Here he learns that the smaller the shovel, the smaller the hole, which means the easier the work. At this point, I'm thinking, man, I could sure use another flashback. It's been about 5 minutes. Boom, the movie delivers with 2 more flashbacks. One about Shia's great-great-grandfather's mishap with a pig of a man, a lady of a pig, and a pig of a pig. And another flashback about how the Warrens' great-grandfather used to own the land. It used to be a lake, Tanner. Now it's a desert.
Right.
No rain. In present day, Shia finds himself being slowly more accepted by the group when they give him the nickname Caveman, while him and Zero seem to have a closer connection, a closer friendship, a closer bond.
Right.
Zero almost never talks, by the way. He only talks to Caveman. And Caveman asks Zero, no, flip that. Zero asks Caveman if he can teach him how to read because he sees him reading his mother's note.
Right.
He says no originally. It's kind of mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
Mean-spirited.
Mean-spirited, Shia. The next day, Caveman LaBeouf finds a finds a bullet with the initials KB engraved in it, which X takes to cash in on a free day.
Okay.
No work the next day.
Right.
So he pretends to find it, and the warden, who isn't Mr. Sir, I thought Mr. Sir was the warden.
Yep.
And then this lady comes up.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney, that's her name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Great actress, dude.
She really is. I can't think of else. What else is... That's a tangent.
Yeah.
That's a
I think it
tangent.
was Aliens.
Too bad they're... Oh, maybe? Too bad... Yes.
I think so.
Alien, yeah.
Yep.
Too bad they're digging in the wrong spot the entire time because X-Ray lied. So they're not actually going to find anything because they're not digging where Shia found the little bullet.
Right.
Or is it a bullet?
Is it a bullet? Okay, go on.
So I was getting pretty bored of the story, so thank goodness they put another flashback in there. We see Sam, who I forgot to mention in the previous flashback, fix up the beautiful teacher Catherine's school as an excuse to keep visiting her and get her much sought-after jars of spiced peaches. She turns down the warden's great-grandfather. She sells jars of spiced peaches.
What does he sell?
He sells onions.
That's a prevalent
important.
theme in this
that's
movie.
important.
Peaches and onions.
Peaches and onions.
For some reason. Okay.
But yeah, the warden's grandfather hits on Catherine. She says no. Then she kisses Sam, and the warden sees it. She sees them. He burns down her school. And I don't want to joke about this next part, but Sam gets shot by one of the warden's great-grandfather's posse. In retaliation, Catherine shoots the sheriff who let this happen, and then plants a kiss on his cheek, becoming the infamous lip-slinging outlaw kissing Kate Barlow in real time. The boys have returned to dig in their own holes, and at this part, I started falling asleep because I was watching it at 3 in the morning.
Right.
It's closer to 4 at this point. So let me attempt to.
It's a 2-hour movie.
It's a 2 hour. It's long.
Yeah.
It's long.
2
I
hours
just watched Cruella, and that movie is long. But what's up with kids' movies being long? They didn't have that long of an attention span.
I did, by the way.
Oh, you watched it twice.
I watched 4 hours of Holes.
Oh.
Okay.
We can talk about that later.
I do. Yeah, I will.
So let me attempt to piece all this together. This next part. This is where I just start guessing about what actually happens. So Shia LaBeouf covers a bag of sunflower seeds. The warden gets smacked across. The warden smacks Mr. Sir across the face, and then like he just has, was it like venom? There's venom.
There's rattlesnake
venom in the nail polish. And then Caveman starts to put all the pieces together that his family's curse is connected to Kit and Kate Barlow, and they're digging holes and like amongst the wreckage of all her robberies to find the treasure and whatever.
Right.
And then Zero hits one of the instructors, Mom, who is a really good actor. I can't believe I'm just touching on him now.
Okay.
The guy who plays Mom. He's really funny. He's
is
really
he?
good. He's in a lot of really good stuff.
Dr. Pendinsky is his name.
He goes by Mom.
Yeah, but
Dr. Pendinsky?
He's the counselor.
He's the counselor.
Yeah. I saw it twice. That's why
he hits him in the face with a shovel and runs away. And then there's a car crash. And Shia gets stranded in the middle of the desert. And he finds Zero under a boat. And then Shia almost falls off a mountain. And Zero dies. But then he's okay. And they're laying in puddles and eating onions. And then Zero threw the shoes, apparently, that got Shia Caveman LaBeouf there in the first place. And then Kissing Kate made the lizard bite her arm.
Yep.
Was this a flashback again?
Yeah.
Okay. I woke up I'll talk about that later. And then Shia won't leave Hector, so it starts. Zero's real name is Hector. Hector Zeroni.
Right.
So it starts to rain. And the people running around the camp, who are running the camp, all the adults, they get arrested. And the treasure chest that I guess they found somewhere along the way had millions of dollars in it. And Zero reunites with his mother. And that's the movie.
And then they have a pool party.
With the
Clyde Livingston.
With Clyde Livingston, who
which
may or may
we
not
don't
be.
know is a real person or not. So there's that.
And that's the movie.
Wow. You okay? You okay? I was
drank,
concerned what you just did there.
4th can of bubbly today.
Really?
Let's do that again. This is my 4th can of bubbly today.
Wait, what camera are you looking at?
I was looking at my camera. Let's look at the center one.
Oh yeah. By the way, sorry if you're tuning in. We this is a video as well.
This is a video
you
as
look
well.
it up on YouTube.
Catch us on YouTube.
Okay, but
Reel It In.
At Reel It In. Okay, this is your what can?
This is my 4th can of pop. Bubbly. If this bit's funny, we'll keep it in. If it's not, you won't even hear it.
Let's get rid of it.
Let's get rid of it. So that's the movie.
That's a crazy movie. So
good stuff.
I was concerned. So so the beginning half of your summary made complete sense to me. Mm-hmm. But I need to be honest with you. The last half didn't make sense to me at all.
It didn't make sense to me either when I was watching it.
Did you fall asleep and wake up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was in and out for the last hour of the movie. I literally don't remember them finding the treasure chest. And then they open it in the apartment.
Well, it was in the hole. It was in one of the holes that they were stuck in. Do you remember when
they did. They ran back and
the lizards were all over them.
See, okay.
But they didn't get them because of the onion.
I remember that scene from when I was a kid.
Okay.
Which we can transition now into then and now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I remember that part when I was a kid.
Okay.
Making me very uncomfortable.
Right.
And I didn't remember seeing it this time, but that makes sense because I slept.
Because I was asleep, right?
Because I was asleep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, okay, tell me about this, because I feel like we had very different experiences with this movie then and now. Honestly.
Yeah.
So you tell me about your experiences. I've been talking for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah, 15. So I feel like...
That was actually very accurate. It's about a little over 15 minutes right now. Spot on.
Okay, so this, like I said in the beginning, This is probably one of my top 20 favorite movies. Mm-hmm. Just because the story, you made it sound like it wasn't interesting, but this story's interesting. It's a story about legacy, a story about dynasty, a story about family tradition, family curses, and
holes
for sure. And Shia LaBeouf's in it before he went crazy. So it's a great. Yeah.
It is fun watching this movie in a different lens, knowing what kind of like the person that
he becomes,
the kind of actor that he becomes.
Exactly. But this, like I said, this is one of my. I have memories of this movie where me and my dad, we would watch it. Like, you remember when Disney Channel used to have Friday night movies?
Oh yeah.
So it would be.
That's how I watched this movie for the first time.
Really?
Disney Channel.
Yeah, I think I had the same way. But then we liked it so much we bought it. But I have vivid memories of me and my dad just watching it in the living room on a Friday night with a bowl of popcorn. It was great. Mm-hmm. So that's how I thought of it then. I love the movie. Rewatching it.
How did it make you feel though when you watched it? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a fun time watching this movie?
I did.
Okay.
You didn't. We'll get on that.
We'll get to that.
Okay. So I love the movie because I'm just so hooked by like the storyline of like a boy who's far away, who he was convicted of a crime he didn't commit,
anything wrong.
And then he's being punished for something he didn't do. Mm-hmm. And so I love the plot line.
Yeah.
So so I love the movie, but it made me feel happy is the word I would say.
It really made you feel happy.
Yes.
I'm genuinely happy for you.
I love movies about friendships. I love movies about holes. I love movies about digging holes.
Digging said holes.
I love digging holes, yeah.
And he just loves people that look like they're freaking dipped in grease and dirt.
I loved it. It was my favorite. But that's why I thought of it then. Mm-hmm. So go to what
you tell me what you think about it now.
Okay, what I think about it now is
rewatching it for two times in a row.
Yeah, 2 times. Literally. I watched it.
Clearly you liked it if you watched it 2 times in a row.
I did. I love it. And I wanted a refresher from what I watched last night. Not at 4 a.m., but at 10 p.m.
Whole new experience at 4 a.m., just saying.
So I rewatched it, and same feeling, happy. Can't complain. Joyful is the word I would use.
Yeah.
And I just love, like I said, I loved, and now understanding, I think when I was a kid, I didn't really understand the whole, like, if there's flashbacks between 2 different stories going on, but the fact that they all tie in at one point, I'm like, holy cow, that's cool.
Did you read the book when you were a kid?
So I watched the movie and then read the book.
Okay.
And the book, because it's really cool, dude, when you read a book and you know what the characters look like in the movie, you kind of place them in the book. Oh,
for sure.
And I love it.
This is definitely a movie that seems like it's from a book.
It's pretty close tied to the. Have you read the book?
I've not read the book.
So the book is really, really close.
But my little sister knows I'm doing this podcast now, and so I told her that I was watching Holes, and she's reading the book now.
Oh.
And then we're gonna rewatch the movie.
She's gonna be pretty confused by the last half of your summary. She's gonna be like,
"What the frick? This is what
Hector
this is
died
not the
but
same
didn't."
Movie.
Hector, wait, who's Hector?
Did Zero die for a little bit?
Huh?
Did Zero die for a little bit?
Zero died for a split second. He's like, Stanley.
Yeah, and then he literally
I gotta tell you something.
Goes limp.
Shia LaBeouf is like, yeah, man, what's up? And then he's like,
the life leaves his body.
Yeah, and then comes back. I really wanted him to die just for that scene.
Whoa.
But also, this movie's pretty cringy at some points, which I want to get on the quotes on that.
Okay.
Okay, what's your then and now?
Okay, so then. This movie never sat well with me, and I don't know why. I was really young, and I couldn't comprehend the idea of, like, digging holes all day in the desert.
Yeah.
Like, in the hot desert sun.
Builds character.
Freaks me out. Builds character. Dig holes, build character.
That's right.
I think that's a quote I have later. Way to step on my quotes there, Tanner. I'm over it. I don't like how everyone was sweaty all the time. I know they're in the desert.
Right.
But I thought the kid was actually going to die when he got bit by the snake. Like, I thought Zero was going to die when I was watching this as a kid. I thought he did die.
Oh, that scene
when I watched it as a kid, I thought, like, Zero died, and that traumatized me.
Bro, almost a lot of near-death experiences in this movie, too. Like, Shia LaBeouf almost fell off a cliff.
At least 5 people should have died in this movie.
People did die in this movie.
At least 5 people did die. People got shot.
This is the Disney Channel original family movie, and like 5 people died. Sam, kissing Kate Barlow. Well, the grandpa. The first Stanley Yelnats died.
Oh, Barf Bag.
Barfbag didn't die.
Didn't he die off
He was in the
camera?
hospital. Did he die off camera?
Didn't he die? He
They
got
killed off his character. That's what they did.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
well be dead.
but a lot of people died in this movie. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Then, so this movie didn't resonate with you.
Okay. Also, one more thing.
Sure.
Actually, there's gonna be a couple more things.
Sure.
There's a song in this movie.
Yep.
That goes like, sometimes, or I forget how it goes. I generally forgot it already. It's like, sometimes.
Bro, I have no idea what you're talking.
I'm gonna find it real quick.
You can't. We gotta pay royalties.
Oh shoot!
Sometime. Wait, is it the chant in the beginning?
No, it's when the lady's driving up. It's when the girl from Alien.
Oh yeah. Sometime. Sometime.
Yes.
Sometime. Yeah.
So
okay, what about that song?
Song.
You're just like, I liked it.
That song.
Okay.
Was stuck in my head, just that part, for about a decade.
Okay.
And I never knew where it was from. And I think I
No way.
I literally just forgot about it, and I watched this movie, and I'm like, that's what that's from.
I love memories like that.
Yeah. It's like I knew the song, like from the first. I just said sometimes. I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Good music in this too. They had Shaggy in a song.
They did.
They did.
No
matter how you stand in blue. You know what I'm talking about?
The soundtrack was good. I did like the soundtrack.
And the chant in the beginning with the digging up them holes. Come on. Digging up them holes. You got
I've never felt more white in my entire life.
I agree.
Let's talk about how this movie made me feel today.
Yeah, please do.
Feels gross. Feels gross.
It's breaking my heart.
Makes me
Go ahead.
It makes me anxious. The apartment, the sweat.
Those parts aren't even like
the crappy slow-mo.
What about the plot?
The counselor's weird mullet sidebird thing.
The acting, dude.
The movie made me feverish. I could taste this movie. I could taste it watching it, and it tasted like spit out sunflower seeds. That's literally what it felt like watching this movie. Now there can be a factor of nostalgia with these kinds of things, but because my original experience wasn't great with this movie, all it did was bring up those negative feels again. And I hate saying that.
Okay.
Everyone in this movie looks like they were dipped in a vat of grease and just walked around.
It's the summer day.
Desert. But
it's the desert.
It wasn't enjoyable. Like that's all I could think about watching the movie. I was watching these people and I'm like, they must be so uncomfortable. And so I start to itch and I start to feel like I'm sweating. I'm like, oh, do I smell?
Right. You do.
Where was I? You can smell me from here?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They successfully made the camp appear extremely uncomfortable, and I give that to the film's credit.
Right.
Like the way that it made me feel, I think that was intentional.
It made me feel like it was like a hot summer day and the AC's off.
Yeah.
But I love it.
But as a kid, I just wanted to turn it off. Like I didn't want to watch it. It made me feel uncomfortable, and all they eat is beans and banana jello. Can you imagine how bad that place must smell?
Yeah.
How clean is the place?
Not.
You got armpit smelling already.
Yeah.
And now they're just eating beans. Oh my goodness.
Bro, how long was Stanley at the camp?
Not 18 months. 12 months, I think it said. 12 months.
Really? A whole year?
I think he was there for a year.
Really?
I could be very wrong.
I don't know.
Because that'd be a long time for it to go through the court system and find out he's innocent.
Yeah, they're like, all right, sorry.
Actually, you're
6 months. Or you don't have to work the next 6 months, but you did have to work the year. Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Yeah. All right, I've been talking for a while, so I'm gonna burn through these next ones. Madame Zeroni scares me like none other. When she just stares into the camera, I feel like
do it.
I feel like I should go carry a pig up a mountain.
Point.
I don't know what she says.
I do. Do you want me to do it?
You
do you want me to do it to your camera? Can I do it to your camera?
Yeah, do it. What? What?
If you forget to bring back Madame Zeroni, you and your family will be cursed for always in eternity. I just realized I didn't even have the mic.
I don't know if you're actually going to hear that. I didn't want to run in your parade. I don't want to run in your parade. Yes.
She did that laugh too.
The laugh stuck with me.
She's like,
Yeah,
that part freaked me out. Okay.
I was also thinking, Would I carry a pig up a mountain every day to woo my girlfriend? And I don't have an answer to that question.
We should call your girlfriend.
We should
Just give her a
live
call.
on air. She's probably asleep now. I would. I think I'd do it for a day or two. Depending on how
day or
big
two,
how big the pig is.
Yeah.
She'd do the same.
All for her.
She'd do the same for me. She'd do the same
I
for
can't
me.
say I would do the same for mine.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. To the 2 people who listen to this podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Went down to 0. Okay, what else?
What other quotes you got?
I've been talking a lot.
I like hearing your voice.
Thank you. I like seeing your face. Listen to me talk.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Okay, the part that I really liked about this movie, the parts that felt clean to me, quote unquote clean, was any scene with Stanley and Hector.
Yes.
And Zero.
Yep.
Like, that seemed like an escape from the camp. And I think that was on purpose, too. So the scene where he does teach him how to read and they talk about, like, Hector being homeless.
Yep.
It seemed like a very clean scene.
I would agree.
They weren't sweating. It wasn't, like, super dusty. It was calm. Yep. And that was really cool. I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
So all that being said, this movie does a really good job of tying everything together, like you said.
Yep.
And that it was very satisfying to watch. The first half of this movie was hard to get through, not going to lie.
Really?
But the second half, I did really, really, really enjoy it.
Okay.
So my question to you,
Tell me.
did the people who run the camp, specifically the woman,
The warden.
the warden, did they deserve what they got in the end? Did they deserve to go to jail?
Yeah.
Were they doing anything illegal?
Yeah.
What were they doing? What did they do that was wrong?
They burned Hector's file. Hector Zeroni came to camp because he got arrested for, he stole at a Payless.
You know why I didn't remember that part, Tanner?
Because you were asleep.
Because I was asleep.
And so they burned his file when they asked for it. And
Yeah.
it doesn't exist.
And he's homeless, and no one, like, quote unquote, nobody cares about him. His mother does, and Shia LaBeouf does.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
So what do we got for?
Next is quotes.
Let's hear it.
Next category is quotes. Did you have any quotes? Can you
Just-
think of it? You don't have anything in front of you, so it's just
Madam
off the
Zeroni,
top of
that
your
one.
noggin? That one was
That
good.
one was good. The digging up them hoes, digging up them hoes.
Do songs count as quotes?
Huh?
Do songs count as quotes?
I would agree.
Okay. I think in this
Agree.
movie, yes.
Yeah,
I think in
100%.
this movie, yes.
There was another quote, but I'm trying to remember. While I remember you,
I'll
tell
read
me
a couple of mine, and then I'll let you decide what the best one is.
something. Okay.
Ain't no labor to be kind to your neighbor.
Oh yeah, I remember
That's
that
a good one.
Okay, yeah. Pendensky.
Pendensky. Mom.
Mom.
That's weird how they called the mom, no?
They give everyone
is that
nicknames.
explained in the book?
They give-
That's a nickname.
Yeah.
Duh. All right. You take a bad boy, make him dig holes all day in the hot sun, and turns him into a good boy. That's our philosophy at Camp Green Lake. That's a good one.
too. Yeah.
Anybody see something wrong with my face? I think I'm kind of purty, don't you?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's- I like that one a
freaking
lot.
hilarious.
And then when Zero asks, when they're getting the onions, he says, "What is it?" And Shia says, "It's a hot
Fudge Sunday.
It's a hot fudge sundae. Eat it.
Yeah.
Just eat it." That
Yeah, yeah.
that line always makes me
Are
laugh.
we gonna talk? Hold on, one more thing. Are we gonna talk about the fact that Zero, when he was hiding, or when he left and he hid in the boat, were you asleep during this part? Probably.
No, I remember the jam.
He found the spiced peaches
The jars of spiced peaches.
that are 100 years old. By the way, 100 years old, and he calls it sploosh.
Sploosh.
Look at the camera. Just
That
say
was-
sploosh.
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 I'm get really close to the mic and say sploosh. 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 Sploosh.
Sploosh.
Sploosh.
Sploosh. Sploosh. Weird
That's
stuff.
a weird thing that was shoehorned in the end. Like he just came up with sploosh.
He.
No,
Dude, hold on.
The dad did, right?
The thing is,
And then he named it
Yeah.
sploosh.
yeah, like I said earlier, it's so weird that this whole movie was based around onion and peaches. Like
Yeah.
that's the subliminal message behind this whole.
Eat your onions, eat your peaches.
Yeah,
That's all I learned from this movie.
I get my peaches out in Georgia.
I just listened to that song for the first time like
What?
last week.
What?
Yeah.
It's been out for a few months, buddy.
I'm not a Bieber. I'm not a believer.
So
Sorry.
it was weird because like onions and peaches, one, do not go well together.
they
But
do.
they thought one, it stops yellow spotted lizards from biting you, and cures the foot odor, and also Clyde Livingston wants to bring it out to the marketing world for some odd freaking reason. They're like, hey, you know what works?
Takes away shoe stank.
They're like, you know what works? Onions and peaches.
Takes
That's
away
what
shoe
works.
stank. Just spills it in. I like that part a lot.
I hate the rest of the movie, but that part
When he
really
spills
got
the
me.
peaches, oh man, that's real.
He's like, dang.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
Little unison sip there.
Yep. Okay, what else we got?
Those are the quotes.
I couldn't remember my quote, but
My vote was, you take a bad boy and make him dig holes all day, and the hot sun turns him into a good boy.
really, I think I'm kind of pretty, aren't you?
Okay, I'll vote for that one too. That one made me laugh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, we already kind of talked about this. It's the traumatizing scale.
Yeah.
There's.
I'll make it simple for you.
Yeah.
This was not traumatizing for me at all.
Okay.
Oh, except the little Madame Zeroni part. That was a little creepy,
Yeah.
but it didn't freak me out. I actually enjoyed that part.
Madame Zeroni, yellow spotted lizards. The vibe the movie gave me stuck with me.
Here it goes.
It did.
Okay.
It didn't traumatize me. Don't get me wrong,
Sure.
but it definitely stuck with me, and it brought back a lot of those memories that I suppressed long ago.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah,
Fair enough.
I don't know how to rate it, but it
I don't either.
stuck with me.
Okay.
It's not even a scale. We just talk about how it traumatized us.
4 out of, well, how many out of a lot of spot? Yep. Holy heck! Did I have a stroke?
You need an onion, is what you need.
I need some onions and peaches.
You got some brain stink.
How many yellow spots on a lizard would you give this?
For traumatizing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, out of 10 spots,
I would give it 1 for me.
since it stuck with me, like that feeling didn't really go away. I'll give it for your sake. I'll give it a 3 or 4. I'll give it a 3 or a 4. It didn't really scare me.
Deal.
Nothing scared me.
Okay.
Nothing scared me, but yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of another thing that didn't scare me, transitions. This movie has a decent Rotten Tomato score. Flip that. Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah.
It's got a 78% in Rotten Tomatoes.
Woo!
That's pretty good.
That's
Still,
a good Tanner
my
movie.
opinion doesn't really mean anything, but
Okay. Yeah.
but we have it as a category in here, so it means something.
Right. Okay.
So what is your Rotten Tomato score for this movie?
Out of 100, right?
Out of 100.
Out of 100, I would give this movie I'm close to that. I'm gonna say 82.
82.
82.
It's in your top 20, right?
Top 20.
That's fair.
It's a great movie.
Here's my conclusion to this movie, Tanner.
Oh God.
This movie is a jar of sploosh. This movie is a jar of sploosh. It looks dusty and gross on the outside, but on the inside, it's a sweet treat that almost anyone would enjoy. You might not pick it if there's another option, but it won't disappoint. I'd probably dig 3 holes for this movie.
That's your end line, huh?
That's the end line.
Holy cow.
That's it.
Dang,
That's it.
dude. Wow. Great. Hey, this has been a great episode of
This is good.
Reel It In, man. Holes.
Oh,
Shia LaBeouf's Holes.
Shia LaBeouf Souls. Before we go,
Yes.
I feel like you have a story to tell. When it was last week, we were talking about holes, and you said, I'm going to save that for the podcast. I don't know what it was, but
Okay.
before we close, real quick, what was that?
So
I've been thinking about it all week.
Okay, so I have a goal to. This is a completely useless goal. To give you an example, there's this like a protein shake shop where they give you aloe tea and stuff and a
Okay.
shake. And I, for some odd reason, was like, I'm gonna make a goal to drink all of the shakes and spend tons of money there. And I did it. 116 flavors.
Holy cow.
$7 a shake. Do the math. Do the math. So to say I have real holes, a hole in my wallet, I'll tell you that right now. But to tell you the point of me making useless goals is for fun. And I had a stupid goal that I wanted to do involving this movie Holes.
Okay.
And that was to literally like close my blinds, turn off my clock, and watch Holes on repeat for a full 24 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
That means if it's a 2-hour movie, that's watching Holes 12 times.
I could barely watch it once.
I love this movie, dude. This is one of my favorite
You want to
movies.
sit in your own stink for 24 hours looking at other people's stink and sweats
Yep.
and smell really bad and eat
Yeah.
beans all day?
Yeah. Beans? Yeah.
right.
Banana Jello.
right.
And that's my goal. That was my goal for it.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Man. Dude, well, real quick, we got to plug our stuff, but
Yeah.
are you going to tell us what movie we're watching next week?
We don't have it planned yet, actually.
We don't. Thank God.
We wanted to get 4 in the can, and this is our
third
one. So
we should have a fourth one.
What is our 4th one? Okay, I'm actually gonna find it.
LOL. I know it.
While I look for it.
I know it.
You
You want me to say it?
It's one of the
You
two.
want me to say it? I'll say it. You ready?
Is it
Aliens in the Attic.
Aliens in the Attic. So tune in next week for Aliens in the Attic. Tanner, plug and chug away.
Instagram, Twitter, Tanner Reckledge. Podcast, Grow and Go Podcast. Talk Time with Andrew, and now Reel It In. Available on almost all of the streaming podcast platforms. Ben?
You can follow me on Instagram at LaCroixBoyBen, and that's pretty much it for me.
Wow. Well, dang, man. It's been real.
It's been real. It's been a pleasure talking about Shia LaBeouf.
Cheers.
And all the holes he dug.
Love it, man.
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
See you guys.